Okay, one last little update because it keeps coming up in the news for some reason, and yeah, it's a thing people are hoping is true that's probably not true. But the hope is nice. This is what keeps us going through the bad times like this one. And so it's not a bad thing that people are hopeful. It's just when you're acting based on a hope alone and in contradiction to science, logic, and basically what we've learned about the virus. That's not gonna come out particularly well. I think we've seen that over and over again throughout this outbreak. But let's talk. So the thing that's on everybody's mind, it seems, is that we know that states like Texas have a massive surge of cases, and we know that, for example, Europe is considering banning all Americans, yeah, from traveling there until we get this under control. Which, from their point of view, totally makes sense. I totally get it. Yeah, because yeah, there's a far greater chance that someone from the U.S. and it's not just the U.S. It's like Brazil and Russia as well. Um, yeah, there's a far greater chance that someone coming from one of those places is going to have the virus, and yeah, boy, it looks as though at bare minimum, like a mandatory quarantine is going to be necessary. And I still prefer mandatory quarantine and testing to just blanket bans on travel. Uh, but yeah, I guess that's a different topic. Yeah, but the big rise in cases in not just Texas, but Texas and a bunch of other states. Like Arizona's doing really badly. Florida's got real problems. Um, the question is, are these cases, or the hope speaking is saying, well, maybe these cases are just because we're doing more testing. The thing is, testing capacity has not increased much at all, and at the same time as the virus has surged. So right now in Texas, it's a little over 10 times as many new cases per day as we did on the day before Texas went into lockdown. I think that was 390 something that day, and we're way over 4,000 cases a day at the moment, and rising, and not really showing any signs of slowing down. All of which is quite worrying, I would say. Um, and so I think, yeah, this is one of those times when we can't just listen to hope and, the hope that everything's going to be okay if we don't change. This is, I think, one of those times where, as a species, as a nation, yeah, I don't know, as whoever we are, however we define ourselves, we need to change what we're doing. We need to fundamentally go with the stuff that works. Social distancing measures make a lot of sense. They work out very well in computer simulations of human activity. And right now, they're not really proved to actually do much in the world. Mask wearing is proved to definitely stop the virus. And so we're trying to do all these other things. Like if I it's like superstitions you had when you were a kid where you try not to step on cracks in the sidewalk. If I go in one direction around the supermarket, just so, and always stay exactly 2 meters away from the person in front of me, then this combination of magical things is going to keep me protected. And uh, it could work, but there's no scientific evidence that it does work. And there's a lot of scientific evidence suggesting that if you're in the same building, breathing the same air as another person right now, then that puts you at risk. And the more people from different, family groups are in the same place, the greater the risk that one of those people has COVID and will therefore pass it on to somebody else. Yeah, that's that's it. It's not pretty. I don't like it. It goes against our nature as social creatures, but that's where the science is right now. And in countries like the UK, where they are just proposing these really, really crazy things like saying that you can have a certain size friend group and you can mingle within, we're going from 2 meters down to 1 meter distance. This is all unproven fundamentally. And the one thing that they could be doing or requiring, which would work, they're really reluctant to do. Yeah, that's the sad truth of it right now. And I wish that was different. It'd be nice to say that, yeah, we can just, as things get better, we can get up to 1 meter apart. Ireland's embarking on a great experiment right now where they're down to something like 5 cases a day, which is fantastic. Way to go, Republic of Ireland. Um, but yeah, they're not going to require masks. They're going to allow people to essentially go back to normal and hope that their natural inclination towards social distancing is going to be strong enough to keep the virus on a downward trajectory. Again, that's probably the hope talking. That's not the science there. I wish them well. I wish everybody well. But these experiments based on hope have not been turning out well so far. So there we go. Yeah, sorry to end today on a downer, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it needed to be articulated maybe in a different way. It's the same stuff we've been talking about, and it's fueled by all the papers we've been talking about, but there's some combination of just the right time, the right place, and the right words that's going to get through to one or two more people. And I feel like it's my job to just keep trying and mixing it up until that happens. So thanks very much, and yeah, hope you're all safe and well out there. And this is Ask Dr. Ben.